HGTV, we want you to come to Beattyville.
A small, close-knit community in the mountains of eastern Kentucky, Beattyville is situated at the head of the Kentucky River in Lee County, Kentucky, which is celebrating its 150th birthday this year. Our small town has seen more than its fair share of hard times, especially over the last 10 years.
Dozens of people watched as crews from 13 different fire departments worked to save a piece of Beattyville history.
It was kind of sad. I saw my coworkers and she was close to tears. She said it's part of our small town that's gone for good. So it is sad.
Jack's IGA was the only grocery store within city limits, and Rose Brothers department store has been in business since the 30s. The Beattyville enterprise was also destroyed.
Although some of those businesses built back, the city, over the past 10 years, continued the process of revitalizing its main street. The Beattyville Cityscape project improved pedestrian facilities, making all sidewalks ADA accessible and beautifying the landscaping of our historic main street. Unfortunately, tragedy would strike again.
Fire crews worked for hours to put out a large fire in downtown Beattyville today. Flames tore through a building that had 4 apartments and 2 businesses inside.
You could see smoke from miles away, a sight that no one in Beattyville wanted to wake up to on a Sunday morning.
After suffering the complete loss of those buildings, the city took the tragedy and created a triumph by purchasing the lot and transforming it into the Beattyville Town Square. The Town Square is now the heart of our main street and the centerpiece for events such as car shows, live music, and farmers and artisan markets. Overcoming tragedy is not our only struggle. National media has also stereotyped our small community.
It's hard to find more natural beauty than the rolling hills surrounding Beattyville, Kentucky.
I just love this area.
It's beautiful here.
To say folks here are proud of their town is an understatement, and they're no fan of the recent headlines about it. This is Beattyville, Kentucky, one of the poorest, predominantly white towns in the country. In Beattyville, the economic decline didn't come quickly. It's been a slow, painful drip of job losses for decades.
So what happened?
Our industry went away. We were slow to realize that. We were the #1 oil-producing county east of the Mississippi at one time.
Now, though, there is a sense of hope that you can feel across this town, something many here have not felt for a long time.
Neighboring the Red River Gorge, our county is growing. We have beautiful lodging opportunities, new small businesses, outdoor adventure tourism including zip lining, world-class rock climbing, kayaking, and 2 off-road parks. From our impressive 4th of July fireworks display, fundraisers, fish fries, and tractor shows, to one of the most unique festivals in the entire state, at the end of the day, coming together is what we do best to overcome the hardships we've faced. Although the county is growing around us, our main street, the heart of our community, needs help. We have 18 empty buildings and they have challenges. Our community lacks the resources needed to address these issues with the blighted buildings. One building of historical significance to our community is what we call the WPA Building. It is a beautiful building constructed of large cut stones, hand set in 1939 by the Works Progress Administration during the Great Depression. This building is in desperate need of repair.
I'm Mitch Cornelius. I'm a Beattyville City Councilman. I've got a lot of fond memories of our old City Hall. It's an old WPA building. I grew up here in WPA all my life because my dad was on the City Council and he was mayor back in the 70s, so I'm really familiar with it and have a lot of really fond memories. And I've got this is a picture here of him and his crew. The old fire truck used to sit down there, and I know my brother and he would take us down there and we'd climb around on the fire truck. And I just always remember my dad saying, we need to take care of our old City Hall, our WPA building. That really meant a lot to him, and we're hoping that HGTV will see fit to assist us in bringing this building back to life the way it was when it was originally built.
Downstairs was a water office, and the dispatcher lived up here.
And there wasn't any prisoners here at the time. They'd been taken over to the jail. But we did have a dispatcher that lived here 24 hours a day. They operated the radios for the police and county, anybody that had a call. Well, outside of it, with all that stone and everything, you just don't see that anymore. WPA built it, so that means it ought to be saved and used for something.
Yeah.
And of course, the water gets up down there, and there used to be a gauge down there. We can look at it, but there was a water gauge that we could read and tell what the water level was on the river.
We have applied for several rounds of funding trying to get the building cleaned up. We know it's in need of a cleanup. There's been asbestos, lead paint, mold identified in the building, and that cost a substantial amount of money to try to get cleaned up. As we learned today, the building's in dire straits. The roof is in bad shape, and if we lose the roof, we lose the whole guts of the building. So we're in an urgent situation right now.
My name is Nancy Brenningberg. I'm a resident of Lee County, Beattyville, Kentucky, and I worked in this building many years ago. I'm about to say my age here, but I worked here for a while and until they moved the city hall somewhere else. And it just makes my heart just, whenever I see the shape that this building has got into, it hurts, because I think about those old men, the WPA men, that put all this together, that they worked so hard putting this building up, and it wasn't an easy task then, and I'm sure it wouldn't have been now. But you know, if there is anybody out there that could help us restore this building, oh, it would be so wonderful. It'd be preserving our heritage, preserving this building, preserving a lot of things that mean a lot to us as a community. And we thank you for your consideration.